Hola y bienvenido en mi canal de YouTube. I've got some pretty cool news for you guys. I've just got off the phone and, well, let's just say I've been given the all clear to race. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of that on today's ride. Yeah, I'm going to be going racing. So my first race is this Thursday the 18th of April. I've got a lot to catch you guys up on. Let's get rolling. Alright, so I am now able to race my bike. I've been given the all clear from the doctor that if I do crash, I will not do any more damage to my ankle. So now it's just down to me to go with how I feel and get those races in. So straight into it, I'll be racing this Thursday on the 18th, and I'll be racing in Durango, which is in the Basque Country, just up near Bilbao on like the very northwest coast of Spain in Vasco, in the Basque Country. That's awesome and everything, and I'm really glad that I'm able to get racing, but I think I need to do a bit of a recap of what's been happening in the last few weeks to bring you guys up to this point of how I've gone from not being able to race to now eventually, finally, after 6 months, be able to race my bike. So, let's start with an FTP test that I did. And let me get the date for that. On the 27th of March 2019, which was a Wednesday. This is my comments that I left underneath that. Before I give you the number, this is the comments that I left underneath it. Full gas, felt pretty great for 5 minutes, standard, and then suffered through the rest. At 13 minutes in, I got a stitch. Brackets, I think I need to eat earlier to let it digest. But managed to hold on to things. I think I can go higher, but I'll take it. Mostly just got to get those shorter efforts and some endurance, and I'll be up there. So that was how I felt at the time. I felt like this is my best ever power test. So for 20 minutes I did 371 watts, which is my all-time best 20-minute power. Awesome, great, cool. So then from that FTP test, I knew that I had a base that I had established, and then I knew that I needed to increase those shorter efforts. They were actually really painful on my ankle. Initially those shorter efforts were really difficult, and it was just putting that extra stress through. I had to reteach my muscles to learn how to do it. So a lot of my early short and VO2 max and sprint sessions were effectively just rehab. And gradually I've improved, and I'm getting somewhere to where I should be and where I want to be. And then I also put in my comments under my FTP test that I needed to increase my endurance. I think I went a bit far with my endurance thing, because a couple of Sundays ago, I actually ended up doing a 7-hour ride, 200 kilometers in one ride. Yeah, it was easy, it was all steady, but I think it pushed me back in my training because I suffered the following week, which was last week. I didn't hit what I needed to hit with my training. So it's just a lesson to not push too far. If I'd have done a 6-hour ride, then a couple of weeks I'd done a 7-hour ride, but I just went, yeah, I'm going to do a 7-hour ride. And I think I needed to take a bit more of a steady approach. However, it was a good experience, it was fun, I did it with Elliot, it was a great day out. But just taking it step by step is really important. So, a little bit of a story about my first sprint session. My first sprint session, I hit some good numbers, like, for me, I'm not a sprinter. I was hitting 1,000 watts for 5 seconds. But the following day, I really did have some pain in my left leg, particularly kind of around the top of my foot, and so I had to completely back off. It wasn't crazy pain, but you have to think, if I continue to push on this, it could become an issue. So backing off and then going again. So really back off, and then let yourself recover, ready to try it again in the future. That's how my training has improved and brought me up to this point where my legs feel good, I feel ready, I feel great. So I've only heard today, Tuesday the 16th, I've only heard today that I'm able to race. And And that was after a lot of persistence. So you really have to give them a time scale as to when you need to know by. So I said, I've got a race on Thursday, I really need to know by Tuesday, at the latest. So, and I think it's really important to listen to what they've got to say and to give that time and really get the all clear from the doctors. Don't push it, because you'll just live to regret it. And I've had to learn in this time to just sit back, stop, breathe, and let things happen. But there comes a point where you're ready to go. And at that point you need to push. You need to push really, really hard. It's going to be difficult, but you need to push to get the right decision made so that you can go racing. So I've had to wait 6 months. 6 months of just constant, it will be then, something will happen then. It could happen in a month's time, it could happen in 6 weeks' time, it could happen in 3 months' time. And you have to not think about all those timescales in an emotional way. You have to disconnect yourself from the situation and really think logically. Okay, is this the right time to be doing what I'm doing right now? And just listening to your body and listening to how you feel in yourself, you'll know. Your body isn't stupid, you'll know when you need to do stuff. So now that I've been given the all clear, it's like a weight off my mind. And that moment is so worth waiting for. Pushing through and racing when you're not sure that your doctor wants you to race is a mistake. Because if your mind isn't ready to be in that race situation and isn't prepared to take the risks that everyone else is prepared to take, you're putting yourself and everyone else at risk. Because if you're not prepared to take the risks that everyone else is going to take, they're going to be making different moves than you are. And that creates a situation where people clash and crash and wheels get touched. And that really isn't what you want. So knowing in your mind you're in the right place and that you can race is really important. I've definitely felt that. I would not be going onto that start line not knowing that I'm supposed to be there. I needed to know for sure that I could do it. Because in reality all I've missed is 3 race days. So just think, you miss a month, you miss 3 or 4 race days. It's not the end of the world. Use that time as training. These 2 months where I haven't raced and I have had no interruptions, I've been in the best location for training. I have been able to go and increase my fitness like I've never been able to do before. So take that time that an injury gives you to fully recover before you take that first step. You just have to be patient with yourself and let yourself recover. And then you get this awesome moment where you've got your race wheels on your bike, you're ready to go, and there's no guiltiness, you're just excited to be on that start line. So that's a bit of an update as to where I'm at now, and I really want to break down how these first races go and how all my races go. So I hope you'll look forward to that. I'm going to be doing a race breakdown. It's going to be a bit different to normal. Most people have GoPro footage. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get GoPro footage. I'm going to try, but I'm also going to do a breakdown of how the tactics played out in the race and how the winners, the winning team, the winning move, how that went away so that I can learn from them and you can learn with me. So we can learn the winning move went like this and the winning team raced like this. I really want to dig into that. If I can speak to them, I will speak to them, okay? That's what I want to dig into. I really want to dive into how you get success in cycling, in this Spanish environment, in these types of races, because that's the angle that I can show you. So I hope you enjoy, well, you haven't seen it yet, but I hope you look forward to my slightly different take on race breakdowns. And I'll be able to bring you quite a few over the next couple of weeks. On the 18th of April, I've got Durango, which is in the Basque Country. I've got Girano, which I think is also in the Basque Country. They're both one-day races. So Thursday, Sunday, and then the following week, I've got a stage race in France. Stage race in France is, I think, a TT, 90km road race, and 120km road race. And I'm going to bring you guys breakdowns of how these races work, so I can compare between a one-day race and another one-day Spanish race. And then I can compare to a French stage race and see what the difference is. Break down how we, you, me, all of us, can win these races. Because there's definitely a formula, and we're going to find out. I hope you like the idea of all of that. I'm really, really excited about being able to bring you guys some race footage, finally, some race insights, and bring you guys inside the team. It's going to be wicked. You're going to love it. Well, actually, I don't know that, but I'm going to love it. That's what I'm looking forward to, is breaking down the next few races. Really? There's building works going on. So I hope you're looking forward to all of my race breakdowns, which I'm going to do over the next couple of weeks, and I will get them out as soon as possible after the races. I hope you're looking forward to that. If you are, subscribe. If you like this video, there's a like button for a reason, and if you want to have input into what content I produce and what you really want to see, put it in the comments down below.